Why do Sigma males suddenly go dark on people without a single warning? What makes them retreat into the shadows when everything seems fine? Picture you're vibing with a Sigma male. Everything seems great. He's deep, intriguing, and has this mysterious air that keeps you hooked. Then, out of nowhere, poof, he vanishes like he was never there. You check your phone, no messages. You wonder if you did something wrong, but the truth is, it's about him. Sigma males don't ghost people. They recalibrate. When they go dark, they aren't ignoring you. They are recharging, reevaluating, and reclaiming their space. So what exactly triggers a Sigma male to vanish without warning? Is it something you said? Did he just get bored? Or is there a deeper psychological reason behind his sudden disappearance? Stick around because in this video, we're breaking down the psychology behind why Sigma males go dark, without a word, without a trace, and without regrets. Carl Jung once said, "Loneliness does not come from having no people around you, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important to you." Sigma males live by this principle, and when the world becomes too loud or too draining, they step back into solitude, their ultimate source of power. So, Sigmas, let's dive in. They need to recharge their mental battery. Sigma males are not wired for constant social interaction, and it's not because they dislike people. It's because their energy works differently. Unlike extroverts who gain energy from external stimulation, Sigma males are like lone wolves, self-sustained and independent. Their minds operate in deep, introspective waves, and excessive socializing disrupts their natural rhythm. Think of a Sigma male like a high-performance engine. It runs powerfully, but only when it has the right fuel. Social interaction, especially in large doses, depletes that fuel fast. It's why a Sigma can seem engaged one moment and suddenly vanish the next. He's not being rude or dismissive. He's simply retreating to recharge. Solitude is his fuel station, his sanctuary. Without it, he risks mental and emotional burnout. Scientific studies back this up. Research on introversion suggests that high dopamine environments, like crowded parties or high-energy social settings, can overstimulate introverts, leading to exhaustion rather than excitement. Sigmas, being natural introverts with a strong sense of autonomy, experience this even more intensely. When they disappear, it's not rejection, it's self-preservation. Imagine a smartphone running multiple apps at once. The battery drains rapidly, and eventually, the phone shuts down unless it's recharged. A Sigma is the same way. When he's surrounded by too much noise, too many expectations, or too much forced interaction, he instinctively pulls back. No warning, no drama, just a quiet exit. So, if a Sigma male in your life suddenly goes off-grid, don't take it personally. He's not angry or upset. He's simply refueling. Give him space, and he'll return sharper, stronger, and ready to engage on his own terms. 2. Overstimulation triggers a shutdown. In today's hyper-connected world, where notifications ding every second and drama unfolds in real time, silence has become a rare commodity. For the Sigma male, however, silence isn't just golden, it's essential. Unlike extroverts who thrive in the chaos of social interaction, Sigma males are highly sensitive to overstimulation. Their minds operate like high-performance computers, constantly running multiple processes, analyzing situations, strategizing their next moves, and navigating life's complexities. But just like any device with too many tabs open, even the most powerful system will eventually slow down, overheat, and crash. That's when a Sigma male pulls the plug. Disappearing isn't about avoidance or running away. It's a street. While some might assume he's ghosting or being antisocial, the truth is he's recalibrating. His withdrawals are not a sign of weakness, but of self-mastery. In the silence, he finds clarity. He processes emotions without external interference, reevaluates his priorities, and recharges his mental energy. This downtime allows him to return sharper, more focused, and more in control than ever. This trait is deeply rooted in psychology. Studies show that constant exposure to digital noise and social interactions depletes cognitive resources, leading to mental fatigue and decision paralysis. By stepping away, The Sigma male preserves his energy and guards his independence. So the next time a Sigma male vanishes, don't assume he's lost. He's simply rebooting, preparing for his next move, and ensuring that when he returns, he's operating at peak performance. 3. They value their freedom more than anything. Sigma males approach relationships differently from the rest. They value connection, but not at the expense of their independence. Unlike alpha males, who thrive in leadership roles, or beta males, who seek security in companionship, Sigmas operate on a completely different frequency, one of autonomy and self-reliance. When a Sigma male enjoys your company, it's because he chooses to, not because he needs to. The moment he feels like he's being roped into something that restricts his freedom, whether it's a relationship, a commitment, or even just an expectation, he instinctively withdraws, not out of fear, but out of principle. To a Sigma, control over his own life is non-negotiable. If his space is threatened, he won't argue or plead for understanding. He'll simply disappear. This isn't about being cold or unfeeling. It's about boundaries. A Sigma doesn't do emotional entanglement the way others do. He doesn't need constant validation or someone to complete him. He is already whole, and because of this, he refuses to be guilt-tripped or pressured into obligations that don't align with his personal values. When someone tries to push a Sigma into a commitment he's not ready for, there's no dramatic confrontation, no heated debate, just silence. That silence isn't uncertainty. It's a clear statement. I owe you nothing. A Sigma male won't waste his energy justifying himself. He won't explain why he values his freedom. If you don't understand it instinctively, he knows you never will. This is what makes Sigma so enigmatic. They don't resist control with aggression. They resist it with absence. And that, in itself, is their most powerful move. 4. They don't entertain fake or forced connections. Sigma males are wired differently from the rest. They value authenticity above all else and can detect even the slightest hint of insincerity. Their intuition is sharp, almost instinctual, allowing them to pick up on fake smiles, forced compliments, and ulterior motives with laser precision. Unlike others who might confront deceit head-on, Sigmas take a more strategic approach. They disengage. No drama, no heated debates, just a quiet, calculated exit. Why? Because for a Sigma, time and energy are precious commodities. They don't waste effort trying to change someone who is being disingenuous. Instead, they remove themselves from toxic environments, preserving their mental and emotional well-being. If a conversation feels forced, if a relationship is built on pretense, or if they sense emotional manipulation, they walk away. No explanations, no warnings. This isn't arrogance. It's self-respect. Sigmas believe in deep, meaningful connections. They thrive in relationships where honesty and sincerity are the foundation. If someone's energy doesn't align with theirs, they see no reason to force compatibility. This is why they are often misunderstood. Their quiet departures may confuse people, leaving them wondering what went wrong. But in reality, nothing went wrong. The Sigma simply refused to tolerate anything less than real. In a world full of social masks, where people say what's convenient rather than what's true, Sigma males stand firm in their authenticity, and they expect the same from those around them. If they don't get it, they disappear into the shadows, content in their solitude, waiting for the rare, genuine connection worth their time. 5. They're not playing games. They're just done, unlike those who ghost as a manipulative tactic or cry for attention. Sigma males disappear for one reason. They're truly done. No mind games, no last-minute explanations, and certainly no drama. When a Sigma male walks away, it's because he has already processed the situation, made peace with his decision, and moved on, mentally, emotionally, and physically. This isn't an impulsive act. Sigma males are highly introspective. They analyze situations deeply before taking action. If they decide to leave, it means they've weighed every possibility, examined every angle, and concluded that staying isn't worth their time or energy. Unlike the average person who seeks validation or closure from others, a Sigma male doesn't need external reassurance. He creates closure himself. Psychologically, this stems from their self-sufficiency. Sigma males operate on logic, not emotional dependence. They don't waste time justifying themselves to people who don't value them. Instead of engaging in endless debates or seeking mutual understanding, they silently cut ties, knowing that true peace comes from within, not from someone else's approval. This is what makes them so different. Society expects people to explain, to give long-winded farewells, and to seek permission to move on. But a Sigma male understands that explanations are often wasted on those who never truly listened in the first place. So he vanishes, not to hurt, not to manipulate, but simply because he's finished. If a Sigma male ever disappears from someone's life, it's not because he's playing games. It's because he's already played his last move, and in his world, silence isn't an invitation to chase. It's a statement, I'm done. 6. They prefer observing over engaging. A Sigma male's decision to go dark isn't always about anger or disappointment. It's a calculated strategy. Unlike alphas who thrive in the center of attention, or betas who seek approval, Sigmas prefer to observe, analyze, and strategize before making a move. This trait makes them unpredictable. And in a world that often rewards loudness over wisdom, their silence is their power. Picture a Sigma male like a lone wolf surveying a chaotic battlefield. He doesn't rush into conflicts or meaningless drama. Instead, he steps back, studies the terrain, and determines whether engaging is worth his energy. If he senses toxicity, manipulation, or unnecessary chaos, he disappears without a trace. It's not about running away. It's about conserving his energy for what truly matters. Now, let's talk about Batman, arguably one of the most iconic Sigma archetypes. He doesn't announce his presence. He operates from the shadows, gathering intelligence, understanding his opponents, and striking only when necessary. A Sigma male functions the same way. He won't waste his time proving himself to people who don't matter, nor will he engage in petty power struggles. If the situation isn't aligned with his purpose, he vanishes, mentally, emotionally, or even physically. This ability to go dark is what keeps Sigmas ahead. People may call it mysterious or aloof, but in reality, it's an advanced form of self-preservation. Sigmas know that real power isn't in constant visibility. It's in knowing when to step in and when to step away. And when they do return, it's always on their terms. 7. They don't like wasting words. Sigma males are masters of selective silence. They understand that not every battle is worth fighting, and not every conversation deserves their energy. Unlike those who feel the need to explain themselves endlessly, Sigmas prioritize efficiency in communication. If they sense that explaining their thoughts will lead to unnecessary drama, they disengage. They are not being rude or dismissive. They simply value peace over pointless debates. This mindset stems from their deep sense of self-awareness and independence. Sigmas know that words can be manipulated, misunderstood, or twisted, but actions remain undeniable. If they feel unappreciated, manipulated, or disrespected, they don't waste time arguing. They simply walk away. Their silence is not weakness. It's a calculated response that speaks volumes. History and psychology back this up. Studies on social dynamics show that silence can be more powerful than words in asserting dominance and setting boundaries. In fact, psychological research on conflict resolution suggests that disengaging from toxic interactions can prevent unnecessary stress and preserve mental clarity. Sigmas embody this principle effortlessly. This is why they often disappear when they sense unnecessary drama brewing. It's not cowardice, it's strategy. Their actions tell a clearer story than any explanation ever could. And for those who take their silence lightly, the realization of their absence often hits harder than words ever would. For a Sigma, silence isn't just golden. It's their loudest form of communication. They know their worth. A Sigma male never begs for understanding because he thrives in his own lane, free from the need for external validation. He doesn't waste energy explaining his decisions to those who don't understand his mindset. Why? Because his actions are based on logic, purpose, and self-mastery, not the approval of others. When a Sigma goes silent, it's often a strategic move, either for self-improvement, deep work, or distancing himself from draining environments. If people question his absence, that's on them, not him. This is where the Sigma's power lies, in selective presence. Unlike alpha males who command attention or betas who seek belonging, the Sigma male moves when he wants. His time and energy are valuable currencies, spent only on those who respect his boundaries. Psychologically, this detachment is a hallmark of high emotional intelligence. Sigmas understand that relationships should be mutual. If someone feels entitled to his presence without reciprocating value, they quickly find themselves on the. This isn't arrogance. It's self-respect. True independence isn't just about financial freedom or going off-grid. It's about emotional sovereignty. A Sigma doesn't ghost people out of malice. He simply refuses to entertain those who drain him. Remember, G is not a public resource. It's an exclusive experience. If someone doesn't respect your space, they were never meant to have access to you in the first place. So, Sigmas, if you've ever gone dark on someone, just know you're not broken, you're not rude, and you're definitely not wrong. You're simply wired differently. Your silence isn't weakness, and those who truly respect you will understand that. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join this community of Sigmas who are out here living life on their own terms. And remember, when a Sigma goes dark, it's not an ending. It's just a recalibration.